Hey everybody, welcome to WealthX TV. Hey, this is our first show on WealthX TV. I'm Jerry, I own WealthX. WealthX TV is about helping you own your potential. Okay, helping you own your potential. What that means is you're capable of a lot more than you're doing right now in your life, and so it's my job and my focus and my ambition to help you realize what you actually can be doing with your time. So if you're just tuning in, I'm Jerry, I own WealthX. Like I said, this is WealthX TV, and we're gonna be covering some awesome stuff today on debt. Okay, we're gonna talk about debt, the dirty subject, right? So what I wanna talk about real quick with debt is essentially debt is something owed, right? So debt doesn't have to be just financial. Right? So have you ever had someone do a favor for you? Hey, Jen, thanks for joining. Jeremy, thanks for joining. Go ahead and share this, like it. I want to see some hearts, some wows, maybe some angry faces today. But debt is something owed, right? And so if you've ever had anybody do a favor for you, that's debt, right? They did something, and we've all felt that obligation to pay it back, right? So I want to focus on there's two different kinds of debts. There's financial debt and there's non-financial debt. So we're going to talk about financial debt today. Okay, within financial debt, there's also two types of debt. Okay, there is debt that we got from somebody we have an endearing relationship with, and there's debt that we got with somebody that we don't have an endearing relationship with, right? So for example, I've had friends and family lend me money in the past. That's an endearing relationship, right? Usually they're not even charging me interest. And so my desire to pay them back is out of gratitude, right? Now there's also debt with non-endearing relationships, right? Hey, thanks for the likes. If you're liking, go ahead and share. It's the same button. Just click it over a little bit just in case. But there's non-endearing debt as well. So what is non-endearing debt? Bank of America, your mortgage, right? Your car payment. And so when we are feeling that obligation to pay off our non-endearing relationship debt, that's actually coming from a place of fear. And there's two kinds of fear. Usually both are what we're experiencing. One, we're not trusting our ability to earn enough income to pay them every month, right? If my car payment's $300 a month and I'm paying $500, I guarantee it's not because I have gratitude that they lent me money, right? I am doing it because I'm afraid if I can't make that payment for the next 84 months, because I got an 84-month car loan I never should have got, right? I'm going to go ahead and try and pay it off sooner so I can get out from under this thing, okay? That's the first thing. The second thing is, we're afraid of what they're going to do to us. We're afraid of what the car payment company, the bank, the credit card company, the mortgage company, we're afraid of what they're going to do to us. If we can't pay, we're afraid of them taking us to court. We're afraid of them sending collectors after us, right? And so when we try and pay debt off, it's not a logical decision. It's actually a fear-based decision. It's 100% emotional. And I'm here today to explain to you why you shouldn't do it, okay? So let's just give a hypothetical scenario. Okay, Bank of America, you go and borrow. You borrow $5,000 on your credit card. You're paying them, let's say, $70 a month. You're paying them interest, and all they ask for is on the 19th of every month, you give them their $70. They're not asking for more than that. They're just saying, don't be late. Give us our $70 and we'll be happy. Let's look at one thing. At this point in time, you're an asset. Okay, I grew up in church. I got taught the borrower is always slave to the lender. That's true. But there was also not an instruction of that's why you should pay off your debt, okay? That's what Dave Ramsey came up with. But it doesn't actually say that. It just says factually, yeah, the borrower is slave to the lender. You will pay your lender back, no matter what, right? But at the point you borrow, you're now an asset. You are an asset. You might as well look at yourself like an apartment unit and you're cash flowing $70 a month for Bank of America now, okay? If you're an asset, why the hell would you cash flow for them more than you cash flow for yourself? Okay, if you're an asset, and apparently you are, you have investment potential. That's why they loaned you the money. They knew you could pay it back and they would make cash flow every month on you. They want that. Okay, if they know you're an asset, that means that factually you are one, and you've become one. And if you're an asset, why would you be an asset for them and not you? Okay, why would you give them your extra money instead of investing it into yourself because apparently you're an asset? Right? So that's thing number one. Jeremy's tracking. Hey, this is not information that people are sharing. This is my personal philosophy with finances. So share this. If this is intriguing, share this because people are not talking about it. Now, I just told you, don't pay them more money. Pay them only the $70 they ask for. Don't pay them the $300 to try and pay the bill off. Okay? I know what you just thought. But Jerry, what about my interest? Okay, so we're at Costco together. We're about to pay for groceries. You have cash in your wallet, and I have a piece of paper that says how much interest I saved by not making my credit card payment through the length of the term and paying my bill off early. I ring up my groceries, $300. You ring up your groceries, $300. You actually give them $300, okay? Because you have $300. I, on the other hand, pull out my Alaska Airlines statement and I say, I saved $300 in interest. Here you go. Right? They're not going to take that. They're going to say, no, we need money. You do not pay your bills in interest. You pay your bills in dollars. Okay? When you pay a credit card off early, when you pay a car off early, when you pay your mortgage off early, you are exchanging dollars for interest. Interest is a made-up thing. It's on a screen. You'll never see it. It will never help you pay your bills. It will never help you build wealth. Dollars will. So you're trading dollars, a tangible thing that can help you, for interest, a made-up percentage. It's an arbitrary. It's made up, a made-up percentage, so that you can feel better about it and not be afraid and be able to say, hey, I saved $300 in interest. You can't do anything with $300 in saved interest. You need $300 because that's what you pay your bills with. Okay, so that's thing number 2. Don't even worry about the interest. Don't even worry about it. Okay, now I want to show you why this is a vicious cycle. The interest thing is not actually something that helps you, it hurts you. When you pay off your credit card early, the interest is there to get you to do just that. Okay, what does Visa want? A customer with a maxed out line of credit, just making minimal interest payments every month? Or do they want cash influxes? Okay, I own a business. I want cash influxes. I want people that give me large sums of money at once so that I can go do smart things with it in my business. Okay, so the interest is only there to prod you to pay your card off early. They want the $2,000 back. Why? So they can lend it out again. Okay, their favorite customer is somebody that borrows, pays the interest a couple of times, and then pays the entire card off, gives them all of the money back, and then immediately borrows again and repeats the cycle. Okay, they're a business, so think about that. Same with your car, same with your mortgage. They want your cash influx because they can use that as an asset to lend back to you or back to somebody else. Okay, so when you're in that spot, here's what's happening. Okay, I grew up middle class, lower middle class, right? And so I saw, my parents weren't rich. I didn't grow up. My dad didn't have this giant business that I could just step right into and start making money. I didn't have anything growing up, right? I started my adult life, with nothing in the bank, just ideas and a mindset to go make things happen. And so I understand what credit card debt looks like. Okay, that's all I dealt with my entire childhood. My parents had it all the time. I understand what defaulting on a mortgage looks like. That happened when we were little. I understand what getting a car repoed looks like. That also happened when I was little, right? So when you're in that position, you are falling into a trap that has been set by lenders for the middle class. Okay, if you're in the middle class, you're just getting pounded on. 401k, they're pounding on you. Mortgage, they're pounding on you. Taxes, they're pounding on you. Health insurance, pounding on you. Debt and interest, they are pounding on you. Okay, so here's what's happening. Why is the only reason you would borrow money? The only reason is because you don't have it, right? If you are going to buy a car and it's $10,000, you're probably borrowing the $10,000 because you don't have $10,000. Okay, so track with me on this cycle here. You didn't have 10 grand. That was the first problem. That's the root issues. You didn't have 10 grand. So you borrowed 10 grand. Now you're making a $300 a month payment, right? And so your first instinct is, well, I have my $300 and I could also pay an extra $200. I'm going to pay this thing off early. Okay, the reason you didn't have 10 grand is because you weren't saving money. That's it. Like, there's not like a mystery there. You weren't saving money. That's why you didn't have 10 grand in the bank to pay for your car. Okay, so if you're taking your extra margin, your extra money every month, and you're putting that towards your debt rather than saving it, what are you not doing? You're not saving money. Okay, if you're not saving money, what are you not going to have? Money in the bank. So next time you need to go buy something and you don't have money in the bank, what are you going to have to do? Borrow. Okay, it's a vicious cycle, and it's set up to trap people in the middle class and keep them under the thumb of a lender. Okay, so stop doing that, break the cycle, and the way you break the cycle is, instead of giving them your extra money, you go ahead and take care of it yourself by saving the money. What about credit score? That's a great question. So credit score, you can maintain a good credit score by making your monthly payments. That's the best way to do it. If you have a healthy credit ratio, that also helps. People don't realize though that changes in like a split second, right? If you have a $3,000 line of credit and it's maxed out, that day you're going to have bad credit, but as soon as you pay the balance down, instantly your credit looks good again. So it's just a fake manipulation. If you want to have good credit before you go into a deal, just go ahead and pay like $2,000 off your credit card. Get it to like 30 to 50% just for that moment so you can borrow more money. But at the end of the day, it fluctuates immediately when you pay it off. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so here's the deal, guys. When you pay off debt early, you are screwing yourself out of having money in the bank. Not having money in the bank is the reason you're in debt now. Okay, so when you continue to operate where you pay them instead of paying you, you're going to continue to have to borrow. And that's exactly what the trap is designed to do. So here's what you need to do instead. Really quick, a couple points. You need to start this right now. Only minimums on any debt you have. Okay? If Bank of America wants $25 and instead you start paying $70, I want you to cut that down to $25. Yes, you will pay interest. Yes, the balance will accrue, but you need money in the bank, not interest saved. Okay, so only minimums no matter what. That includes your mortgage. That includes your cars. Do not do a 15-year mortgage. Do a 30-year mortgage. You're not trying to make the bank rich. You're trying to get out of the cycle you're in. So minimums on everything. Okay, now you've done all your minimums. You should have a bunch of money every month that's not spoken for. I want you to take all of that and I want you to commit that to a savings account. Okay, every single month you're going to write a check for that amount, no matter what, even if there's a fire, right? And that money is going to go into this account no matter what. It's going to grow. And I want you to essentially just forget it even exists. Throw it at that account every month. All of this extra that you used to put towards paying your debt off sooner, throw it at the account every month. Okay? You're going to accrue. Your first target, 10 grand. Okay? Don't even talk about the bank account till you have 10 grand. Forget it even exists. Okay? Pretend like you're paying a creditor, but the creditor is your financial future. So just put it away, wait till you have 10 grand. When you have 10 grand, look at it, validate it, don't touch it because you can't do anything with 10 grand, okay? If you use insignificant amounts of money to invest, you are going to invest in insignificant things. And insignificant things will also produce more insignificant amounts of money. So you need to get 10 grand, and then you need to get 40 grand, and then you need to get 100 grand, right? Just keep saving, okay? The reason you're saving is you're going to go buy an asset. Now, an asset is not a home. An asset is something that pays you every single month. It pays you passive income. You're going to go buy an asset. That asset is going to produce even more cash flow. So now you have this money you were saving. You have this new money coming in from the asset. You're going to do the same deal. You're going to throw all of that into that sacred account. Okay? Don't worry about your debt. They're fine. All they want is $70 a month. You won't have late fees. You're not going to be in trouble. You're going to out-earn the interest rate that you're paying on that credit card or on that car note. Okay? Now, by the time you start doing this, you're going to get a snowball effect. You're going to end up with 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The average millionaire has 7 cash flowing assets. Okay? You are going to have enough income coming in that you'll look at the stupid little balance on your Bank of America or your car note and you'll say, man, I can pay that off with 1 month of income. Okay? That is what you're going to do to pay your debt off. But right now, here's the deal. The average American has less than $500 in the bank. Okay? Bank of America has billions in the bank. You do not need to be paying them more money. You need to be saving. You need to be getting in a position to where you can break the cycle. You cannot have to be taken advantage of. I'm telling you guys, this is not just happenstance. This is a conspiracy designed to hit the middle class. They know you're going to borrow. They know you were taught, always pay your debts off. And they know that you're going to pay it off, give them more cash, and then borrow it again, and you're never going to have money in the bank. Okay, so break the cycle. Hey, this is WealthX TV. If this is inspiring to you, go ahead and share it. We actually have our own channel. It is grantcardone.tv, grantcardonetv.com/WealthX. grantcardonetv.com/WealthX. We're going to be filling it with content like this. Please share this. Get the word out. Hey, if you disagree with this, I want to hear your opinion too. Go ahead and send me an angry face. Post in the comments. If you love this, go ahead and do a heart, do a like, share it with those that you're wanting to have this information spread to. But again, the whole intention, my one thing that I want to do and contribute for you in your life is I want to help you own your potential. And you can't do that if you're broke. You can't do that if you're trading time for money. You can't do that if you're always worrying more about Bank of America than you are your own self and your own family's security. I'm going to sign off. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.